I think before I would play more, do we have any questions right off the bat? Here we go. Okay, now I have a whole second. I have this monitor here. We get to the front. Oh, there we go. So I can hear you. All right.
Okay. Hey, Jojo.
Hey.
Hello. Okay. So you have crazy foot speed, obviously.
Yeah.
So our mere mortals over here, we might never be able to reach that. Is that something you just happen to have, or have you worked really hard at that? And what can we do to kind of get there?
Unfortunately, I had to work really hard to get it. Some things that I do are natural, because I started to play when I was 2 years old. I started when I was a kid, so that is an advantage if you're exposed early to the instrument. That have a natural approach. But I never had a teacher really in like drums when I was younger, so I made a lot of mistakes too. I had my own way and a natural way, but when it comes to foot technique, really, I came to a place where I was, looking at something very, very mysterious, and I couldn't really understand how other people did it. So I understood if you have two bass drums. That was like, when I was a teenager, the double bass drum pedal just was invented, it was very, very new. So usually if you have something that sounds like, it's usually two bass drums. So I went to see Tony Williams. And then I saw Tony Williams do something on the bass drum, and I was in the front like you, and I couldn't see what he was doing. But it was faster than anything that I ever heard before. I was like, okay, there must be a way to play like this, and there was no way I could come even close to the way I was playing. So I talked to some friends of mine, and then I talked to my dad. My dad is a musician too. He's a bass player, he's a jazz musician. So we're like, oh yeah, you have to listen to Sonny Payne. I was like, okay, Sonny Payne was a drummer who played with Count Basie after Joe Jones. Really amazing drummer, right? Also great showman, did all like the stick twirling and stuff like that. And he showed me, this was before YouTube, we didn't have YouTube. So I was like, okay, what do you mean? And then he said, okay, there is on television like tonight a show from like when I was a teenager from Count Basie, and you have to watch it. So I watched it, and it was good, and I liked it. It was like grew up with jazz, but then it was like, okay, but I don't see what he's doing, with the bass drum. Oh, I don't hear anything. And then he'd make a drum solo. And it was a main drum solo on a song called Old Man River, like Old Man River. It was an arrangement of Basie. And then he make a drum solo, and he goes crazy with the stuff. And in the end of the drum solo, he goes into 60-note triplets with the bass drum that erase everything that I believe that is possible in this world. It's just like the tempo was like really, really, really quickly. And it was like, okay, then I went down into my room and I tried to play with 2 foot on one pedal. And I tried a lot of different things, and I was like, okay, I knew they didn't have a bass drum. So I started to get into it. Now I learned that Tony Williams played mostly heel down. And at this point I played all heel up. I didn't have any strength in this part. Because when you play like this, you use the leg more. So it's so to get power to play with your flat foot, you have to develop different muscles, which are by the side. So I didn't have these muscles developed. So there was something missing from that, so I could play doubles and stuff like that. So I started to learn to play heel down for a long time. Maybe 1 or 2 years, I only played heel down. And it was really strange because it changed. I feel I didn't have any power, but I kept at it until I started to develop a feeling, and I started to get confident with this technique. Still, I did not know what Sonny Payne was like doing. And then I started to understand at some point when I switched between the heel down and heel up, that I was sliding around the pedal. And it was by accident I could see like my foot was doing something that was like blah 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 blah. So it was kind of like something like that one. So as you can see, my knee goes like this, and all of a sudden it started to go like, and I went like, I didn't understand what I was doing, you know, but I thought, okay, I did something crazy, and I don't know what my foot was doing. I didn't understand it. So I went back and said, okay, if you can do it once, I can do it again. So I tried to figure out what I was doing, and I realized that I did a sliding technique, okay? Now, I changed, once I started to understand that it's like, I go from I play one stroke from here, boom, and one stroke from here, boom, 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 boom. Now, I meet a friend of mine who has a friend who's a tap dancer. He said, you have to talk to this guy. So the guy went, okay, this is what we do when we tap dance. It's one motion. It's not two motion. Not my leg goes, not like this. It's not. So it's 1, 2. Okay, so I start to understand. There's a principle where you can play one stroke and you get 2 strokes out of it. So I started to practice this motion. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. So it's a pivoting motion. Now eventually I started to put leather soles on my shoes. This is why I can do this. Right? So I slide on the pedal. If you want to play this quickly, you need to be able to slide. It's like, if I tell you to clap your hands as fast as you can, you know, you're gonna go like this, you know? Kind of like a wind-up monkey. Okay, you can go much faster if you go like this, right? So I use up and down strokes, and this is the secret of my technique of when I play fast. Okay, so I go into one down stroke. Down, 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 up, down. So you see my knee is only going down once. Okay? So everything like this is basically relies on a downbeat. You know? It's the same thing. Or if you go like go fast, one down stroke, it's kind of like a push-pull motion. Now, also I designed a pedal that helped me to do that, like the Sonor folding, it's called Perfect Balance Pedal. I can show it to you. This pedal. Like this pedal. Right? You can see on this pedal, it has a long board, so, and it's very slick. Like it doesn't have rubber on it. So basically, that technique that I play. Right. It's like this. Can you see that? Okay. Now, there's more than one variation to do that. Okay, now, the bad news is to explain this to you now in detail. It will take about 5 hours. But the good news is I brought my DVD where I explain everything. It's like 6 hours of foot technique. So I don't know if any one of you know the DVD I did for the head technique. So there's one for like foot technique. It came out a couple of years ago, but I brought a few. So if you want, they're for sale. That explains pretty much everything that I do, like triple strokes, quadruple strokes, all of that, okay? Okay, this pedal is actually very special because this pedal you can collapse if you want to take it to your lovely partner or anything. And also it mounts really quick, you know, you don't have to screw it on, just go like this. That's it. Finish. Alright. And that's not the technique.
Thank you.